Hey to friends, this is Mara and welcome back to my Art Break Life. Now, during this Black Friday event, I did make an order from Notebook Therapy, and needless to say, I was very swept away by their selection of items and, of course, their journals. They're super cute. I picked up this Nara edition with the deer on it that are found in Nara in Japan, and I just thought it was so cute. I like the brown color of the book, and it has a nice soft velvety feel to the material. It's almost like velvet, but not really. It's just a material, but it's very nice and soft. And what I wanted to do with this book is I wanted to make a journal out of it. Just a journal where I'm just gonna jot down my thoughts and my feelings that I'm feeling at the time, or stuff I want to get off my chest, and also to play with my stickers and to try and create creative spreads without having the pressure to do something on a day-to-day basis, like with a schedule or a planner. Just something where I can just freely jot down my thoughts and feelings. Now, the one thing I'm a little disappointed at with Notebook Therapy is their shipping. I made an order way before Black Friday, and my order still has not come yet. And I'm not sure what happened, but I emailed them, and it's already almost the second week of December, and my order still has not arrived yet. And I did order some items on Black Friday, and like 2 of the pieces came, and the rest is still kind of in limbo. So I don't know where it is. Hopefully it comes soon before Christmas, because I'd like to get my hands on them just to play with them and, see what I got. So anyway, with a brand new journal like this, I always have a hard time figuring out what the first thing to put in here. I hate doing the cover page first because it kind of sets the tone for the rest of the book. And I sat for a while thinking about what I wanted to put on this first page of the journal. And I thought, well, since last year was a pretty stressful year, and I really don't take time to do any kind of self-care for myself, I thought I'll do a self-care layout to remind myself of the things that I like to do for self-care, and to remind myself to do it, because it's one thing to be there for your family, but you can't be there if you don't take care of yourself too, right? I jotted down a few things that I know that give me joy and kind of fill my cup again, so to speak. So I'm ready to jump back into battle with the kids and everyday life. And so for this spread, since I just got my order from Once More with Love, I really wanted to play with it, but also I was really loving that pink color from the washi. And so that's why I put it across the bottom, and I used it as a basic color theme for my journal spread. And instead of using black ink like I usually do to write, I decided to use pink ink. So I wrote self-care with an alcohol marker, which I realized after the fact was a mistake. I love the way alcohol markers lay on the page, because it gives almost a translucent quality to it on some of the lighter pastel colors. But on this type of paper, it obviously soaks through, so it leaves a little bit of ghosting behind the page, which isn't ideal for spreads in journals like this, because you're using the backs of every page. So water-based pens are best used for journals, which I knew before, and I don't know why I decided to use the alcohol pens, but I just love that color. It's like a rose blossom color. I forgot what it was called, but I really love that color, and that's why I wanted to use it for the word self-care. And so for my quote, I put, "My idea of self-care means me too." And for the items that I feel are my form of self-care are silence, because having 3 boys in the house and TVs going on all the time, video games, screaming at video games, fighting, there's just a lot of noise in my house. So sometimes silence is one of those things that we don't have enough of around here. And that's why sometimes what I'll do is I'll walk around with my noise canceling earphones on, just to dampen the noise. I can still hear what's going on, what they're saying. It just dampens it so it's not so loud. And I'm not technically listening to anything. I'm just wanting a little bit of distance between the noise and myself. And the next thing is a reminder that it's okay to do nothing. I'm the kind of person that I feel like there's not enough time in the day, so I'm always rushing from thing to thing, like trying to fit so much into my day, whether it's cooking, doing my passions. There's also the housework, yard work that's been very neglected. And, you know, little animals to take care of, stuff like that. And so I'm always doing something. And I get so irritated when I see the rest of my family just sitting back and relaxing, because I'm like, well, why aren't you guys doing anything? But really, I just have to remind myself that, you know what? It's okay for you to relax too. And if something doesn't get done, it doesn't get done. Whatever. And then, of course, my other one was to create art, which is what I'm doing now. I am having a lot more fun than I thought I would have. At first, I was so nervous to put myself out there and to just draw stuff, and I was so afraid of being judged for not being perfect, but so far it's been good, you know, good responses. I don't know why I waited so long to do it. I guess it's just, you know, just getting over the nerves, just go ahead and do it. So it helps me to relax, helps me to de-stress. And now the next thing I do is play out loud. So as I said in my previous video during Vlogmas, I played the saxophone when I was in school. And I was pretty good at it, apparently, according to my teachers. And I mean, I thought I was okay, because there was a lot of other kids that were super good, like way better than I was. You know, they always told me that I was really good for my age. And playing in band for that long and to not be playing it now is kind of a shame. You know, I feel like why am I not playing more? So my son has started beginning band, is also playing saxophone like I did. And it just kind of inspired me to pick it up again and just start playing, like just play. You know, I know the house has thin walls and the kids are noisy enough as it is, so it's mama's turn to make some noise. And then finally, the last thing I talked about was going to see a movie. And it's funny because I don't really like watching movies in the theater, because I feel like it wastes time. You know, there's always other things I could be doing, and I feel like I'm wasting time sitting in a theater just watching a movie doing one thing. And that's that whole problem with today, where everybody multitasks at everything. But putting this on my self-care list is one of those things to remind me that to slow down, you know, enjoy the moment. You know, your husband loves to watch movies, and that's one thing you can do with him as a way to kind of slow down, spend some time with him, and also for your mind to kind of rest. And I have to learn to do that things, because I could watch a movie at home, but there's always kids needing things or things that I feel like I should be doing instead. And when I'm sitting, I feel like I'm being lazy, which I hate. I like being lazy, but I hate feeling like I'm lazy, if that makes any sense. So for the right side of the spread, I decided to explain why I chose the individual items on the left spread. I used pink ink because to match the layout, I could have gone with black. In hindsight, the black might have looked better, but I didn't want it to be so jarring against the self-care pink wording on the left side. But it's okay. It's just the first page. There's more pages to go in this book. And so for the bottom of the spread, because I had extra space, I basically wrote a summary to myself as to why I need to do all these things, why it's okay, and how to not try to be perfect, and to just, you know, give to yourself sometimes and not just to everybody else. And to remember that you are blessed, and to appreciate the time that I have now. After finishing my 2-page spread of my self-care journal entry, I decided to go back and do the front page because I felt a little more confident. And then when I flipped the page, that's when I realized why you don't use alcohol pens in journals like this. So I saw the ghosting on the back, and that just kind of stumped me for a bit. So I was debating what to do. I was thinking of 2 options. I could have gessoed the whole page and just almost like starting over. But the gesso, I've tried it in the past, and it leaves kind of a lot of bumps. So I wasn't sure if I wanted to do that. And then I thought, well, do I want to do a nice drawing on the front, or just kind of sticker plan it, like using the stickers I got from Once More with Love? And I decided to go with the stickers because they're just so cute, and I wanted to use them. So I took the if lost, please return to sticker and put that over the Notebook Therapy name, because I wanted it to just say the Suki Nada edition. And plus I wanted to try and cover as much of the ghosting as possible from the backside. I used the vinyl stickers that came in the Lucky to Have You kit, and I thought they were just so cute. And so I stuck those on there as well. And I put a little bit of that Zoom washi on the bottom. And the funny part about this book, it has little curved corners. So every time I put the washi tape down, I have to trim that corner. So, and then I used the other sticker, Yes, You Can, because I thought it just matched the color scheme of this spread. And of course, me not being super confident at writing in, I guess, cursive or in like a pen, I always have to write it in pencil first to kind of like give me an idea of where the letters need to be, and then I go in with a pen after that. And so I used the Tombow water-based brush pens. And then for the top, I put my brain dump journal, which essentially this is. This is the journal that whatever I'm thinking about at the moment, I'm just gonna brain dump into there and try to make it look pretty and not like a dump. And so I put my brain dump journal, and I use the generic Entry acrylic markers or acrylic paint pens. Yeah. And I noticed the acrylic paint pens kind of tend to scratch up the paper because it has that plastic nib, which has like the little cuts in it, so it has little sharp points on the tip. So I have to be very careful and light when I write with that one. And then on the bottom there was a big space, so I decided to write the year 2022. Unfortunately, there was a sticker she gave in the kit, and I think it was a freebie. I'm not exactly sure, but it said 2022. I'm not sure if it was a sticker or just a piece of printed paper. But I used it in my cousin planner. I wanted to recreate that, so I redrew it and I just colored it in with the Tombow water-based pens, and I just copied the sticker exactly for what it was with the sparkles and everything, and just drew it in myself since I only had one and I already used it. And since her little munchkins were all around this first page, I wanted to kind of keep with that theme. And I think it came out really cute. It's a little bit cluttered and busy, but I kind of tend to do stuff like that. I try to make things look very organized and neat, but it tends to look very clustered and just all over the place, because I really have no plan when I go into these things. I just kind of just bleh and just put it out there. But anyway, I think that the front page came out pretty cute, and it matches the first page of the spread, so hopefully this will continue into the rest of the book where I keep everything really nice and organized and pretty. But anyway, this is my new brain dump journal that I made in the Suki Notebook Therapy Journal, the Nada edition. I really liked how it came out. It's super cute and just pretty to look at, which is the main thing. You know, you want to open your journal and feel happy about it when you open it up. Thank you so much for joining me on my evening art break. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, you know what to do. Just keep drawing. And this art break is done. Bye guys.